My name is Chris Swazi, Vice President of Business and Workforce Development here at the Genesee County Economic Development Center. We are very excited to be here at the Buffalo East Tech Park in the town of Pembroke to announce the start of construction on Fancher's Property Holding LLC mixed-use project. It's funny, Randy and I started this 5 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, our first conversation. And guess what? Good things sometimes take a little time, but they're here. We really appreciate the investment by Randy. The company is strongly committed to Genesee County in recognizing the strategic location for the various projects here. The investment JNR is planning is a 14,000 square foot mixed-use development. The company's planning to spend over $1.7 million for 6 second-floor market-rate residential units and a first-floor generic box frame to attract commercial tenants. But I don't want to talk about it more. Let's have Randy talk about it. Randy, come on up.
Oh boy, okay. Oh, I'll be fast. I wrote this down so I don't say anything stupid, Mom, I promise. I won't embarrass you, all right? I'm a Fancher, I say dumb stuff. Sorry, kids, you'll have the same disease. All right, I just said thanks, Chris, and thanks everyone here in attendance. My brother Jeff and I, our families who are over here, our JNR family is over here, are super excited about this project. We've been working on getting to this point for about 2 years. I misspoke. I thought it was 2. I guess it's 5.
Well, yeah, we started our conversation.
Yeah.
5 years.
Jeff's the estimator. I'm not. 2 years, 5 years. So we've certainly had some bumps in the road with COVID, DOT, wetland issues, but Chris and Mark helped us through that. We appreciate it. I also want to say thanks to Tom Schneider from the town and Jim, who's not here, for that. My brother Jeff's going to tell you a little bit more about the project in just a second. But as we are in the construction industry and we see projects like this all over Western New York, one day I said to him, why don't we do this? Like, why doesn't Pembroke have anything like this? You see it all over Transit Road, you see it all over Rochester. I think it's about time that we have something like this. So we did that. I'm super excited to see this. I love the agricultural history of the area. Don't ever want to see that change. But I do think in strategic areas throughout the town and county, we need projects like this to support business in Genesee County, including the stamp plant. This is interesting. I was doing some research and discovered that 200 years ago in the early 1800s, 2 brothers named John and James Richardson settled at the crossroads of 2 Indian trails, which happened to be 5 and 77. So 200 years ago, 2 brothers, knuckleheads, probably like us, I don't know them, but I'm sorry, they built a log structure to be used as a tavern right over there. And that tavern was used for people fleeing the burning of Buffalo in 1813. They took refuge there. Mr. DeWalt Clinton and his party stayed there in 1815 on his way to Batavia to discuss plans for the Erie Canal. So in 1831, the tavern burned and a new tavern was constructed using red clay and brick found in the area, potentially from this site right here, which is why this corner was called Brick House Corners. And so this corner has a history of people trying new things and new ideas, and here we are 200 years later, a couple of knucklehead brothers starting off on a new adventure. So we have named the project Brick House Commons to honor the past, but to look forward to an exciting future. Also, I guess there's so much bad news in the world today that I'm excited to start this project and bring some good news and excitement to the area. And I'm sick of bad news. Let's have some good news. So the Bible says in 2 Timothy, we were not given a spirit of fear. So I believe we weren't born to bunt. I'm going to swing for the fences every time and see what happens. So again, America's still the greatest country in the world. Again, where else can two guys with no formal college education work hard, have a dream, and we can see it happening. So thank you again. My brother's going to tell you a little bit more about the project.
So I am Jeff Fancher. I just want to give you kind of the rough. So there's 3 total properties. We own, the first phase is going to be 6 units with first floor retail. So it works out to be just under 6,000 feet on the first floor. We have a drive-through prepared, so we're obviously hoping for one of the tenants to be food service of sorts. Second floor is going to be 6 apartments, 4 of which are 1 bed, 1 bath that are 910 square feet, 2 of which are 2 bed, 2 bath that are 1,267 square feet. Again, we followed a plan of a big developer in Rochester. It's going to be a really nice building. All have in-unit laundries, high-end finishes, custom closets, granite countertops, and they all have private patios. And we're actually going to have, and also with the phase, a 6-unit detached garage. So everyone can have their own garage. Just wanted to give a quick thank yous for the construction team. So our construction manager is Callbacks Construction. Jim Fahey designs our architect. Carmina Wood is our civil engineer. And I see my friend Steve Woodard from Alden State Bank over there who he gave us the funding for this. So thank you very much. So again, we're really excited for the future. We would love this. We're on dirt now. We would love to continue on with different phases moving forward. So thank you all for coming, and yeehaw.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Randy Fancher. Incredible. Don't you just love this picture? I mean, it's really going to brighten up Pembroke that was already a beautiful location. And of course, this location is strategically located in the intersections of Route 5 and 77 in the town of Pembroke, which is an important thoroughfare in Genesee County with easy access to New York State Thruway. And as you mentioned earlier, the stamp project right down the road is going to be a nice spillover for this type of venue. The private and public sector collaboration at all our business parks across the county are generating new jobs and capital investment. This collaboration includes our partnerships with leaders in various towns and villages across the county. And we are fortunate to have our partners like the town of Pembroke. The town of Pembroke and its leadership have been great partners in economic development. And at this time, I'd like to call Tom Schneider, town of Pembroke supervisor, to the podium.
Thank you. Again, I just want to reiterate how excited we are to have this project come into the town of Pembroke. I know I promised you a quick turnaround, Randy, and it hasn't been quick, so I hope we were quick enough on our end of stuff. But, you know, I think this is a great addition to the housing stock in Pembroke. I think we have a lot of people that, you know, are possibly looking to downsize out of, you know, single-family houses that you shouldn't have any problem renting these. You know, the additional commercial options, I think there's opportunity for fast food with the intersection. Tim Hortons seems to really be doing well. You know, I want to recognize past and present town boards who've taken the initiative to invest in shovel-ready projects, sewer, water, you know, to really make this, you know, this project feasible. I want to say, Jeff, I apologize, I don't know you too well, but I know Randy, and Randy's got that community partner attitude that we really cherish in the town of Pembroke. His wife as well. You know, it's funny that we all went to school. I worked with your wife at the grocery store 20 years ago, so it's funny to see us all here now. So, but you know, he's really invested in Pembroke. He lives in Pembroke. Our kids all go to school together. And, you know, it's always nice to see economic development, but when it's somebody local who buys in and is willing to live here and invest here, it's great, because this is a really great place to live. I myself am a transplant. I've been here 30 years, but I come from Michigan, and I just love Pembroke. It's a phenomenal place. So for those who don't like me, you're not getting rid of me. There might be a few. So we look forward to the grand opening. I want to thank everybody who, you know, helped with the economic development, and, you know, good luck for future endeavors, whether it be here or anywhere else that's available in Pembroke. So.
Thank you, Supervisor Tom Schneider. As I mentioned, that the positive business climate in our county is the result of strong public and private sector collaboration. The business climate in Genesee County is ripe for continued job retention and creation and private sector investment. This is the result of strong county leadership. The GCEDC is fortunate to have the strong support and backing from the members of our county legislature. At this time, I'd like to introduce County Legislator Gordon Dibble. Come on down.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, this is exciting news. We want to welcome yet another new investment in the county here, but a project that has supported the efforts of increase our local housing options. As we all know, we're short of housing around here, and we're building. We need to get places for the people to stay. There's a strong demand in the county for new housing and developments like Fancher's property here are helping to ensure that we do two great things. attract new residents, and provide opportunities for Genesee County natives to continue to be a part of our growth. We have seen a number of great housing development projects over the last several months, and this project continues that trend. Genesee County is fortunate that we have strong employment and good paying jobs that are helping us create career opportunities for our residents. We don't have to look far to see this. Yancey's Fancies over here, right next door, is a great employer in Pembroke. Countywide, our modern food and beverage manufacturing industry employs over 1,000 people. The more we keep our families in the community, the better for our continued growth and success. Again, housing is an important component of that. I want to thank and recognize my colleagues in county government for their leadership in making Genesee County a great place to do business. Local leaders like Pembroke Town Supervisor Tom Schneider and his board are key partners in projects such as this. Randy, on behalf of Genesee County and the county legislature, I want to thank you and your brother for your investment here. Randy's my neighbor, lives down the street, and this is my alumni school here, born and raised in Pembroke. So it's really quite a change from what I'm used to seeing around here, which is just open fields and cornfields. But it's a great thing. Again, thanks for everybody for coming out.
All right, thank you, Legislator Dibble. With all the changes going on as a result of redistricting, one thing that is not going to change is Genesee County is going to remain to be represented by New York State Assemblyman Stephen Hawley. Steve is a tremendous advocate for Genesee County and for our towns and villages in Albany. Steve understands that to be competitive from an economic development perspective, the private and public sector need to work together. Let's bring up my man, Steve Hawley, to the podium. Come on.
I can't say I didn't see you, Chris, with that jacket on. Well, it's great to be here. First of all, I think that I ought to relay that there's a small chance that I may be related to the Fancher brothers behind me. My uncle was from Walton, New York. His name was Bill Fancher. And my cousins' names are Bill and Barb. So nice to see you, cuz.
Ask Dad. Hey, right there.
Yes, no, maybe?
The crazy one with the camera. Ask him.
Is he another knucklehead?
Yeah, he's the dead knucklehead.
Well, from one knucklehead to other knuckleheads, this is just an amazing thing to see happening not only in Pembroke, but in Genesee County. As Randy mentioned, all you have to do is drive up to Williamsville and even downtown Buffalo, or drive up to Elmwood Avenue near Rochester, and you see these kinds of mixed-use developments occurring every single month after month. And my daughter lives on Charlotte Street in downtown Rochester, and one of the many, many new buildings going up in downtown Rochester. So to see it happening here is a plus, not only for Pembroke, as I say, but for the county. Your investment and your foresight are truly appreciated, and we stand ready to help in anything that you do here in Genesee County or across the state of New York. So it's great to be here. I have an official citation from the New York State Assembly, and I will present that to you now. Congratulations and thank you very, very much.
Citation. I wasn't speeding. Wait,
That's a good one. Pause.
yeah. Are we supposed to show this here?
There you go. All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Assemblyman. Wonderful. It's no coincidence that the significant economic growth over the last several years comes under the leadership of the GCEDC by Steve Hyde. Steve's vision for economic development reflects the investment made here today. So with that, I'll call my boss, Mr. Steve Hyde, to the podium. Come on down.
Well, thank you, Chris. Just one more knucklehead in the mix here that loves our hometown and our home community, and had a vision with a lot of people. It takes a village to, grow a community, and it's what's really always been rewarding and gratifying for me, is to be able to work with partners from the private sector and the public sector, and to make these things work. And I again want to thank Randy and Jeff, guys, for your investment. It just means a lot. To be able to add some housing of this caliber and quality and to continue the trends from what we're seeing, some going in Batavia, desperately needed. I mean, a study a few years ago said we need 40,000 new housing units in the next 20 years here. And if STAMP takes off as I know it will, as it's going to, and we're underway, that could be 8,000. So what a great strategic place to be located, to make your footprint here. It's just been incredible. We're thrilled to be a part of it, to partner with everybody. You know, the county has been incredibly supportive of our efforts. Steve Hawley, I mean, he's been with me at this for 20 years now, slugging it away through the New York infrastructure and politics at times to secure funding and support and approvals to do the things to create better jobs for our kids. And that's really what our agency is about. It's about better jobs for our kids. And you know what, the town of Pembroke, Tom, you're just another incredible leader that is just, you could just hear it in his voice, how much it means here in this community. And we've worked with, you know, town supervisors and the town board for years to bring this development to life, to bring sewer to the community, and to create opportunities for our kids. So I kind of went off script. Sorry, Jim and Earl. But I'm a knucklehead too, and I wanted to talk from the heart. So, so thank you again, guys, for your investment and being here today. Thanks, buddy.
All right, thank you. I love all the knuckleheads here today. It's awesome. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my office, Mark Massey, who spends a lot of time with Tom, and Pembroke, Jim Krenzik, as well as the chamber being here today, and E3 Communications. As you all know, I have another hat I wear sometimes called Coach Swaz, so I have to do a Coach Swaz thing. Kids? Come on up. Go ahead and say something about the project. Want to say something to your dads?
I'm really glad that my dad's doing something for the town.
Awesome.
Good job.
All right.
It's a great thing.
Awesome.
Congrats.
All right, let's get a round of applause. Thank everybody for coming today. That was awesome.